Sisyphean.
Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Path of Exile Treasure Hunt. I am Sisyphus Reborn, and we're gonna continue on with our Sisyphean struggle. That is the Path of Exile Treasure Hunt, which is actually going pretty well. We are at 6 different unique items found out of a total of 1,154, so quite a long way to go, but some good progress as well. And importantly, a lot of the uniques that we found are also useful items. Notably, that amulet that we got from the menagerie at the end of last episode helps us out with our strength problem. Not really a strength problem, but makes sure that we're gonna have enough strength to equip our item quantity support gem. Our legacy item that probably shouldn't exist in the game anymore, but which we're definitely gonna use 100%. Because fuck fairness, we just want all the stuff. And it does, unfortunately, have... It's red and not green, so it's got strength and not dex. So we are gonna have to split our stats, but honestly, you're probably gonna have to split your stats anyway. I feel like you're denying yourself. Whoa, the game is incredibly choppy. What's with this, what's with the frame rate? Am I gonna have to restart? Is it because I'm in town, or is it just something happening elsewhere? Well, let me waypoint. Yeah, this is not really acceptable. I'm just gonna go to some other waypoint, and I'm gonna check to see if it's better outside. I might just have to restart my computer, because I mean, I had to reinstall my graphics drivers, so I wonder if that's having some sort of an impact, or maybe it's sometimes there are people standing in town and they have graphical effects on their gear that is very graphically taxing. I'm not happy with this. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna restart my computer and I'll be back, right? Let's do it like that. All right. It's been quite an ordeal. I'm pretty sure what happened was there was a stealth Windows update, because when I restarted, not only before I even restarted, not only did I already have to reinstall my graphics drivers because OBS wouldn't even launch, but on restart my microphone wasn't being detected, so I had to restart another couple of times, which is a characteristic thing of whenever there's been a Windows update. Anyway, it looks like we've resolved the frame rate issues for the most part, and we can get going. Now, I'm a little thrown off because like every time I have to run through this Windows rigmarole, it's a bit of a hassle. I should probably just get a new computer, because at least with a newer computer, restarting would be quicker. But honestly, I think for now, let's just try and endure this. So, what do we want to do? Well, man, it's unfortunate at the beginning, and I've cut out all the parts where I'm just restarting my computer. I'm not gonna record myself just sitting on my own desktop trying to figure out why my stuff isn't working. But it does kind of mess with your headspace, because I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm in a distracted mood. All the things that I wanted to talk about are it's just all gone. The flow of the episode is gone. Whatever. Let's just get going. I'm just fucking annoyed, man. I don't like how operating systems work. I'm sure there are important reasons why they have to work this way, but it's just such a mess. Man, I miss the Windows XP days. Sure, there were probably like gaping security holes in the way things were back then, but at least you knew when stuff was getting updated and when stuff wasn't, and it wasn't just a. Now life is just one endless Windows update with just brief brief pauses in between, right? There's just never a respite. There's just never a break. Anyway, this game, against all odds, is something that helps me relax. I know to a lot of people, maybe it's not a relaxing game. Maybe you get... Oh, excuse me? Where am I? Okay. For a second there, I thought the the ability graphic wasn't working properly, but looks like it is. Looks like it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, to a lot of people, this game might not be the most relaxing game to play because of all the different mechanics. Maybe you get too bogged down in the end game, trying to farm your perfect items. And I've read some horror stories about people trying to get the perfect roll on an item. Like, you know, the 6 linked sockets of the exact right color. There are things you can do to... Imperial Gardens? How do I get to those places? Well, let's check to see. So the place we're in right now, the Battlefront, has 2 zones. One is the Solaris Temple. Looks like it has a waypoint that we haven't found, but it seems like there's another exit. So let's see if we can maybe find... Because we've already been to the docks, right? That's already cleared out, and the Swig of Hope is now telling us to go to the Imperial Gardens. And we'll see what we can do about... Oh, hello, a Blackguard chest. If it's in green, it must mean that it's a thing we've already got. Okay. Well, Captain something or the other is dead. Long live his oh, right. Okay, there's probably... We probably need to deal with this before we can do anything. So maybe the only thing we can do is just go to the Solaris Temple. Maybe via the Solaris Temple we'll be able to get to the gardens or something. That's gonna be my working hypothesis. So the docks didn't lead to anything. The actually no, the docks did give us a quest, but the resolution of the quest requires things beyond merely what we can find in the docks, it would seem. Right. Being attacked by ribbons? Okay, I guess that makes sense. And these guys are fighting. Don't fight each other. Fight me, guys. I'm right here. Don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. There's more blue enemies. Alright. The trouble with these ribbon enemies is it can be hard to tell them apart from just like background decoration objects, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the whole idea behind them. So we're just gonna go into the Solaris Temple, because it looks like that is where we are most likely gonna find some progress. Chromatic Orb is worth picking up. So I'm pretty sure the reason the frame rate was so bad when I started recording was because... What is with these guys? Are you supposed to, like, not kill them? Are you supposed to not, like, these tormented guys? Maybe if you don't kill them, you just follow them, or do you have to kill them quickly? I feel like there's something with those guys, because there's a few enemies we found, like Tormented X or Tormented, you know, fill in the blank. And they don't seem to do much. Like, they just roam around and then eventually they just die. I feel like I'm not. I feel like there's something. There's a lot that I feel like I'm not understanding and possibly never will understand in terms of the nuances of this game. But let me just quickly finish the thought. I'm pretty sure the reason the frame rate was so bad was because whatever Windows update was going on was still actively going on. Either that or there's some like very well concealed malware on my computer that's somehow evading my malware bytes virus, you know, like anti-malware program. Honestly, there are times when Windows Windows just feels like malware. If I'm being honest, because this time I didn't check. Admittedly, I didn't check, and by the time I eventually restarted, you know, the processor memory usage was back down. But the past like 5-6 times when for no apparent reason things are just slow when they shouldn't be, and I check what's going on, there's it always has the same name. It's called something like Windows Modules Installer Helper. So unless it turns out that is just like a, you know, a cleverly named piece of malware, which I wouldn't put it past, you know, malware enthusiasts to name their shit after stuff that seems like it could be a Windows program. You know, that would just actually be pretty clever. But my suspicion is that it actually is just a Windows update thing, because oftentimes shortly after that program runs, and it runs for a while, and then eventually it stops running, and then you know, you can do whatever else you were gonna do without interruption. But sometimes it then prompts you to complete the update by restarting, but sometimes it just, there's no indication that, like, there's no indication, right? It's just a stealth update is what I've been calling it. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a man trapped in the wrong time. There were lots of things about the world that felt simpler when, you know, around the time when I was in my teens, I guess, would be when Windows XP was still considered a relatively new operating system. Hello, I'll take that. We're gonna need like several thousand jeweler's orbs I'm not even joking. You think I'm exaggerating? That's not even a joke. We're gonna need several thousand jeweler's orbs over the course of this series, mainly to improve our build. Right? That's not gonna be directly to give us unique items, but the better our build is, the more confidence we'll have in terms of being able to farm for items. So we picked up a couple things that are going to sell for a couple of chromatics. Feeling pretty happy about that. But yeah, in these, it's. I mean, I don't want to get. I'm certainly not going to talk about politics, but we can acknowledge that the world is in an, unusual state right now, without getting too deep into, getting into the weeds about what my political position is. All of that is to say that there was a time when things felt a bit more stable, and one could argue that the stability wasn't a true stability, because a lot of the things that are a lot of the things today that are causing the world to be unstable were still an issue back then. They were simply kind of being managed, or swept under the rug might be a way to put it. But they weren't in full, conflagration mode. Like the world just metaphorically and occasionally literally just feels like it's a little bit on fire right now. I don't think it's unsalvageable. I think, these things ebb and flow. Certainly before our time, if we look to the past, there were times of great upheaval, great uncertainty. The Cuban Missile Crisis was it's insane that people lived through that, and what we're living through right now, it's not at that level yet. So, on the one hand, it gives me a bit of confidence that the world has had really awful, has been in dire predicaments in the past, and then we've either pulled ourselves back from the brink, or through luck, we were pulled back from the brink by blind chance. But it shows that it could happen again. But still, on the one hand, so it's encouraging in that sense, but it's also discouraging, because you don't want to believe that that we're just responding to stimuli randomly, and that nothing else, that we're not learning anything. It's all just an illusion. We're all just one spark in a tinderbox event away from feeling like everything could come crashing down. So all of that is to say is, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your circumstances might be, I hope for all of our sakes that, the world gets its act together soon enough. Because if we're constantly just relying on getting lucky, eventually, the nature of statistics being what it is, you run the simulation long enough, and then eventually your luck will run out. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but at some point. Hey, friend, are you a friend?
You are not a cockroach. Strange. Inundated with cockroaches I am. Black ones, 4 limbs, nasty, spiky things. Are you spiky? If so, my ribbons will pluck your spines. Malachi liked spines. Liked my spine. Pretty spine. bejeweled and bountiful, enough to make an empire weep. Do you weep, not a cockroach? I do. Tears are infinite. Why, on this very day, I found a new reason to cry. What is that you have? Not a cockroach? My ribbon spool. Those black ones wanted them, my ribbons. Wanted to wrap the city in black ribbons. Now they are my ribbons forevermore. Forevermore. I hate forever. I could tear happy ever after from bards' bleeding tongues. You're still here, not a cockroach. Oh, gratitude, yes. I should give you a token. Token? What token? This? Is this to your liking?
Well, I already have a pretty good amulet, but, ooh, alright, I'll definitely take that.
Cockroaches will come again. They want the twist. That cockroach emperor. The other bugs shout his name. Revisius. Cross the river, squash the emperor cockroach in his nest. The bridge. It is barricaded. That spawns a tricky question. Questions. Questions. I asked too many questions. Chit has told me so. I asked where it all went. Our feculence. He made them show me. Under the river. The sewers from this side to that. Filthy, fetid tunnels like a rower's cloaca. A black place. Crawling with the undying. Once beautiful and arrogant gemlings. Now the foul waste of the Empire. Fitting, isn't it? Apt. 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 I like you, not a cockroach. I like that you listen. It would annoy me if the Undying murdered you. Fometic sulfite. That's what you need. You have some already. You are a resourceful umbug now, aren't you? Give it to me. I was all eyes and ears when Malachi worked. I will make something of your fometic sulfite. I will forge an infernal talc that will bring the most furious of light to the undying darkness. A dash of arcanity, a pinch of insanity, a whisper of profanity, and the infernal talc is now ready.
Okay, so that took a while, but that's because not only were we meeting her for the first time, but because I've made it a habit to fully clear everything and pick up everything. That includes quest items, and indeed even some quest items which, as some of the dialogue indicated, is for quests that we hadn't gotten yet. She was like, oh yeah, you should get this item. Oh, you've got that item already. It's a classic giveaway that maybe the game didn't expect you to have this item by now, but was aware that you could potentially have it by now, so they included an alternate line reading to account for that. Anyway, I really like the writing. I mean, I like her. She's a good character. Let's see. Is this good? 12% plus, man, that's a lot of rarity, but I don't know if I'm comfortable losing my Carnage Heart. Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. What are the stats? You give no stats. My dude, you give no stats and you only give one resistance. And that one resistance you give is admittedly higher, but we're losing. Man, I can't justify that. I cannot justify that. I'll hold on to it. You know, it's good to have a collection of magic find gear. You know, that's just good practice, and then you can maybe have another character to do your magic finding with. So I'll hold on to it, but I'm not going to use it. So, what does this do?
I awoke, feverish and barely conscious. I set to drawing these maps through the sable hours. By morning, my fingers ached, my eyes burned, yet still I found no rest. The reverie commanded its rendering. The reverie device now stands completed. I've placed the first of my maps within its receptacle. I've taken my maiden voyage into nightmare. I know now that which sent me this precious gift. It knows me, expects my return. It would be foolish to disappoint. Malachi.
Sorry if you heard a slight bump during that. I was putting my phone away and accidentally knocked it into the fan. It was far away from the mic, so it shouldn't have been that loud. Or get a crafting recipe. Fire damage, I'll take it, and there's some more lore.
Tear down the walls that imprison the mind. That is what the gems do. That is their true virtue. The moment my fingertips brushed the cool, silken plains of that first gem, I felt it. My skull ached, as if its contents were growing, pressing against the bone, searching for a way to break free. That night, once the wine had dulled the pain enough to allow the onset of sleep, the dreams began. I have not been without them since, nor would I be. Every spark of thaumaturgy that I wield, every device that I forge, every creature that I transfigure, I owe to these lessons cloaked in nightmare. From whence do these precepts hail? Certainly not the mundane grey between my ears. I possess only one reference that bears faith, translated with unquestionable clarity by that idiot savant, Isius Pirandus, the beast. Doriani of the Vow knew the truth. Soon now, so shall I. Malachi.
Alright, good to know. There's nothing else in here? It's just a recipe and some lore? Okay. Okay. I guess we're done with this zone? I was hoping for a bit of a boss fight situation, but it seems that in Diala we've just, admittedly she's a little strange, but we've maybe found ourselves a new ally. One can only hope. The world of Rayclast is a strange one. But we're actually, hang on, we're not done. There's more in this area. Hang on. Hello, there's shit on. Hang on a second. Unwavering what now? Sacred chambers? Quantity of items found is increased in this area, so perhaps we'll get a bit of a sneak peek at what life will be like when we equip our item quantity support gem. Do hope there are some good enemies in here, and not just these annoying statues that reanimate once you've already walked past them, like some fucking Scooby-Doo episode. Come on, send me something real. Give me a real challenge. Give me something good. Give me something good. Really, dude? Really, dude? There's not... There's... Excuse me? There was... Is there some... Wait, no. There's one door that I haven't been in. I was about to leave. Surely this is where the boss is gonna be, right? Or some sort of notable enemy. There we go. Alright, archers. Hey, here's a friend. I'll take a transmute orb, I guess. Veil letter. I'm but a crude reflection. Yeah. I died today. Yeah, okay, good. Veil vessel gives us a couple veil skills. And this is a strength and dex helmet, but our like we can take this and like re-roll sockets on it, but I'm not gonna bother, dude. If it now if it was a unique helmet that was really good, or even just like a rare helmet with really good stats, you know, then maybe we'd be onto something, but I don't think we're gonna hello, is there something on the map? Really? You're marking 7 gold on the map? Is there a way for me to turn that off? Because I know for sure once we're in like higher difficulties, I'll get my character killed picking something up because oh, it's marked on the map. It must be important, and then it'll be like 17 gold, and then I'll feel sad. Anyway, let's wrap up this zone because I think we're just about done with the Solaris Temple. It did have one event in it, I guess you can call it, or like one special offshoot area. But didn't really blow us away, did it? Glacial shield. Man, I'll pick it up. Fine, I'll pick it up. Wait, there's more? No, there isn't. There's no way to get here, right? I don't see... What? I think these parts of the map are just decorative. I don't think there's any way to actually get on them. So we're just gonna call it good. I think we'll find a portal. We'll portal home. We've got some stuff to put away. Or let's see. I think the the instance reset. God damn it. God damn it, the instance reset. Where's the wait. So those enemies said storm cultists touch. And then there was a tormented storm cultist or something like that. I'm not gonna mess with either of those. Hello? Like I said, we're gonna need thousands of those. So let's start, you know, collecting them. And, you know, I guess we'll kill the voltaic seal and the infernal seal. Hello? Am I just re-clearing this entire area? Nah, son. Nah, son. We gotta make better use of our time. We need to actually progress. The deeper we get, I think the better equipped we'll be to actually find useful stuff. So... So how's your day? I'm strongly considering installing this game on my SSD to improve load times, but I don't have that much space on my SSD, honestly. And I feel like I also use this computer for work. I feel like that would be a little bit irresponsible. I'm just gonna have to buy a separate computer at some point and have like one that's purely for work, one that's you know, for stuff like this. And then obviously it would have to have an SSD. Anyway, let's talk to Gregor.
The Gemling Queen? She's impossible. How did she survive? Why is she not one of the Undying? No, these questions can wait. There's a more pressing one. Is she safe from the Ebony Legion? You've been busy. With the spool back where it belongs, the ribbons should be able to keep the Ebony Legion at bay. We've both seen what they can do to a man. Whether you were saving your own skin or thinking of others, it matters little to me. You succeeded where I did not. You have stood in the presence of the Gemling Queen. I can only hope to meet her in my nightmares.
Okay. Okay. Let's sell you some stuff. And this. And what does a Val skill go for? It just goes for a scrap. Excuse me. It's like a corrupted skill, I meant. I don't know what the we're saving this amulet. Yeah, I don't know what the terminology is, but I'll accept this trade. And we'll drop this stuff off in our stash along with the skills. Go to our currency tab. So glad I bought this. Alteration, a couple of jeweler's orbs. We're at how many? We're at 25. Oh, how many do we need? About another 8,000. Give or take 1,500. And that is not a joke. Is there anything else I need to drop off? I guess just more of a... I'm gonna shift my Val skills, my corrupted skills to the bottom. Is this corrupted? Yes, it is. Okay. Why did I pick this up? I guess just cuz. So let me drop this off. There's a couple other currency orbs that I need to drop off. This armor scrap. And orb of fusing. Alright, that's done. Now, with the infernal talc, we should go back to the sewers. And this is gonna open up an alternate path. And then when we sneak in from the back, we can disable the force field and then sort of take them out that way. Aha, I see. Alright. Well, let's... Nice. Yoink this recipe. Wait, somebody was saying something. Was that? Was somebody talking? Is somebody following us? Am I going insane? Don't answer that. Anyway, let's just go up. This takes us to the barracks. Hopefully this is gonna be the boss fight against Gravicius? Grisivius? One of the two. Let's call him Big G. This is gonna be the boss fight against Big G, I think. Because we basically tunneled underneath and we're emerging now in the enemy barracks. Getting a waypoint. Any friendos around here? There are some soldiers. There are some soldiers. Blackguard elites. Is there any reason to be back here? Does not look like it. Nevertheless, I'm a completionist, so I wanna take a look. I know there's no point like exploring areas because the instance will just reset. But first of all, looks like maybe I was hasty in declaring that there was no reason to come back here, because we did uncover a lot more of the map, and indeed we found another chromatic, well, an item that we can vendor for a chromatic orb, and here's a rare jewel. I knew that if we held out, we'd find like a good one. Now, the one that we already have gives us more dexterity, and what else does it do? Mine damage. Useless. This one, what does this do? This is also green, so it's also gonna give us the dexterity, but what else? Oh no, it's not gonna give us dexterity. Projectile speed? Are you fucking... Well, attack speed while dual wielding helps us. Evasion rating helps us. Cold resist helps us. Projectile speed is trash. So, you know, it's kind of okay, but do I want to like spend a passive point just to get that? Nah, I think I'll hold out for a unique jewel if I'm gonna spend a passive point just to activate the jewel node. And yeah, I know each individual passive point you spend isn't that useful. It could, like, maybe it'll only give you like a 10 dexterity or something not that great, but the idea is you're always going towards some notable passive in some other tree. Even if you don't have your entire build like super planned out from the start, you at least there's some thing you have in mind. Like, yeah, I'm going towards this, and usually the thing you're going towards is going to be better than whatever this jewel is giving us. All right, so that's a yellow enemy. And this is kind of useless. Okay. Alright. I mean, I'm having a good time just running around killing dudes. I find it to be a very relaxing experience. We also have some lore. Probably from Gravicius, Big G. Oh no, that's graffiti.
The Gem Gentile are an infestation. They are the Monkey King's fleas that drink of your lifeblood. Crush them in your work-forged hands.
Oh, that's pretty violent. I don't endorse political violence myself. Just you know, I guess it depends on what sort of a regime you live under. I I guess it's fair to assume that the regime that these people live under is probably authoritarian, in which case, okay, they probably don't have that many options for ways in which to peacefully protest. So when your options are limited, I can see why you might want to resort to things that are more drastic. You really should be a last resort kind of a situation. You know what I mean? Alright, anyway. Let's just keep going. Yoink this. Yoink that. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna check to see what this map section is. Is it gonna be the way to the other area that was blocked by the force field? Nope, this is gonna be the Imperial Gardens. Alright, well we needed to go here anyway. So let's go there. What do we need to find in the Imperial Gardens? We needed to find like a fruit or something for fair graves. So let's see what we can find. For some reason I really remember this area from the beta. I don't know why this area in particular is giving me such strong flashback vibes. This also seems like the kind of area where there might be some Einhar menagerie bestiary targets. So let's keep our eyes open for any funny symbols on the map. Somebody's trying to throw stuff at me. That's rude. Anyway, let's take all these dudes out. Take you out. Easy does it, boys. Right, well, there's a waypoint. Plated greaves. Not really gonna mess with those. Alright, there's something on the map. Maybe it's because of these enemies with spikes on death. I feel like maybe in the beta they were a lot more menacing. So, who's summoning these? Is the shrine summoning? Man, come on, that's lame. Oh, but now do I have my own skeletons? That's kind of cool. Alright, I take it back. Sister, what now? Is Sister Cassia nearby? Oh god, is there gonna be another, like, tower defense segment? I hope not. Let me get the waypoint. Before we go to her, let's see if maybe we can just gain a level. There's another chromatic. Yeah, this is a large area. Oi, easy, easy. Colossal life blast. But that felt pretty nice. Okay, boys. Let's see what we can find. Oh, hello. Special enemy. Is he dead? He looked like he was losing his life really quickly to our lacerations, but I don't know if I specifically saw him die. I also had the map open. I should try and keep the map disabled as much as I can, because there's so much like beautiful scenery in this game. The frame rate is a little bit lower, and I think the reason is because every single like plant has its own like swaying animation. At least that's my suspicion. It's those things, and when there's lots of torches in an area, depending on how they've been graphically implemented, I've noticed, can really bog down the frame. Man, where's these? Where are these dudes? Come on. Come on, guys. The frame rate it's not that bad, but it is noticeably a little bit less smooth. It's a little bit like being in town, is what I'm noticing. Then, like, this isn't a super, like, hardcore gaming rig that I'm playing this on. It's a solid computer, but not one primarily built for gaming. Alright. We're approaching another level, and then we'll see what Cassia has for us. Is she just somebody who shows up randomly in areas? Or is there some sort of script that she follows? Because she's also... We invited her to our hideout, and now she kind of just lives there, I guess. There's no way for us to do anything about that. Oh, I saw some blue names. Easy, easy. All right. I gained that level that I wanted, and in addition to, you know, just giving us a level, it will give us another notable passive: increased critical strike chance while dual wielding, which I think is worth taking. Alright, so now let's talk to Cassia. Excuse me. Alright, now let's interact to begin Blight encounter. Okay. Okay, the game does pause, so I'll just take improves the effectiveness of other summoning tower. You know what? That sounds pretty good. Alright, so this time, this is just fucking Dungeon Defenders, dude. I feel like I'm doing better this time. It's literally Dungeon Defenders, man. I don't know what to tell you. And the frame rate is really struggling with all of these towers. It's these tower animations.
Let them reach the purification pump.
My spirit is spent.
Oi, 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 oi. Oh, motherfucker. Did I win? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, the frame rate really. All of the towers have their weird little animations, and then this thing has its own animation. At least she's not berating me. I. I don't know if that's meant to be doable playing single player. It felt very, it didn't feel great having to, like every single game mechanic, admittedly a lot of them I still don't understand, but none of them felt outright bad. This is the first game mechanic where I'm like, maybe this is just not good.
A leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen. To ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost.
Alright, there's another trial of ascendancy. Let's quickly get that done. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so there's spots where we're safe. Then there's these losers. Alright. I'll quickly yoink that. Alright. Easy. Where else are we safe? Oh, is this just it? Is it just done? Come on, dude, stop. Stop.
An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
Is there anything else in here? Nope. Let me just portal out of here then. Ooh, what happened to all my health? What happened to all my health? I was gonna take a look at how many trials are left, but I don't want to run through that area again. I'm just gonna call it good. Like, we did get some rewards at the end of that Blight encounter, so I don't know if... Man, I don't know about this Blight stuff. I don't know about this Blight stuff, man. Alright. The library. Man, you know what? Okay, yeah, let's go to the library. Is this gonna be a multi... Like, is there a library level 1, library level 2? Well, what we do know is that the frame rate's gonna be better because there aren't... You know... I guess we got some candles. But not that many of them, and not that many in one room. I wonder what the draw distance is in this game. Alright. Easy, easy. Easy. Excuse me? Oh. Here's how you Here's how you move forward. Alright. Well, we've already made a decent push towards the next level. Silicon Garb has 4 linked sockets, and I think is gonna be a chromatic vendor. But that will not be confirmed. Book 5 The Fall. It's the Val, 1,000 years in the making. Gone in the blink of an eye. Right. They were welcomed and cared for. None of them. Okay. And Apocalypse. The number is okay. 3,000 survivors from a civilization in the millions. Sounds like they had some rough. Sounds like they found themselves in a rough situation. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be just fine. Who's that? Siosa, my friend. Never met you, but glad to make your acquaintance.
Please, do not be alarmed. I am neither monster nor murderer, though that is the duality of existence that defines San these days. My name is Siosa Fuama, and I have the bleak honor of being the sole scholar to the Imperious Intellection, this grand repository of knowledge you see about you. May reason preserve us.
Glad to meet you, dude. Do you have a quest for me?
More mundane circumstances, it would be preposterous to ask this of you, an utter stranger. But given that I don't know in which century I might see another pair of flesh and bone hands, there's a door, you see, concealed behind the shelves. It leads into the archives. That's where Isius Perandus concealed his golden pages. Can you see how maddening that would be for me? No, of course you can't. Ridiculous of me to... Suffice to say that they are beyond my reach. 4 Varlish texts they are, of priceless historical insight. Please, find my friend's golden pages and bring them to me. You will be rewarded. I vow it before the ancestors.
Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it, dude. I'll get that done in no time. So, what are we looking at in terms of loot, in terms of monsters, in terms of all that good stuff in this area? It's an area level 30, which is... Ooh. Looks like that was a... I think I remember this from the beta, and remember feeling how, feeling really impressed at how they executed that. It's like a dinosaur exhibit, but one that comes to life and attacks you. Very cool concept. I mean, I guess there are others, but that one was the special named one. Who are these blue enemies? How do I... Man, hang on. Okay, bloody flowers. Knowing the fair far better. Torns and banners. Bloody Flowers Rebellion. Alright, okay. Governor Centauri fled to Saren. Alright, okay. Little did Centauri know that by weakening those forces, he was playing right in Vol's hands. Sounds like there's some intrigue brewing. or there was some intrigue brewing. That's doesn't look like there was anything of particular note there. Easy. Easy. What's going on? What is... Okay. There's some bullshit going on. Not sure why those guys... I should have paid attention to what the what their modifier was. These guys are hasted. That's pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, I wanna kill Gravicius, the big G. I wanna kill him today. I also wanna find some good stuff. I also wanna gain some levels. There's so much that I wanna do. How do I get to this zone? I guess I'll just go here. There should be some more blue enemies because I saw them from the other side there. All right. I'll pick that up, I guess. A yellow enemy, and I do have a single target spell that I can target on enemies if I only have one strong enemy that I'm facing off against. A friend in need. It's one of those summers and so on. This okay. This guy just goes on and on. Lawrence's hand is healed. He plays for me. Alright, it looks like he's a musician. The gem. Alright. It's been a month now. You're having iced coffee. Is good for you. A year has gone. The day is hot enough to dry. You're having iced coffee now. You think of Lorenzi, who's now playing in the theater. Right, that seems... I don't know. Hang on a second. I looked into his gray face, his blue eyes, and I don't know what he saw, but it wasn't me. I don't know what I saw, but it wasn't Lorenzi. Clearly, in my haste, I skipped through what was going on there, but without voice acting, it's hard for me to really stay engaged. I'm sure there's some interesting stuff in that one, but like, I also like, there's a lot of good lore in this game, but there's also so much to do. If there's no voice acting, I think I'll just skim through it and try to make sense, whatever sense I can, on the first pass. And if I don't make sense, yeah, I'm not necessarily the sharpest bulb in the shed, you know, the brightest knife in the drawer. Sometimes I'm not gonna be able to make sense of these things, and that's okay. So we're close to another level. Loose candle. Hello. The archives. Is this gonna be a boss fight zone? I hope so. Alright. Golden pages, we need like 4 of these. And I think I see another one already marked on the map. Yoink. Let's just open up some chests. Golden page number 2. They have some lore on them as well, but maybe we'll let our friend Siosa summarize it for us when we bring it back to him. So there's a thing on the map, which I will open. Jeweler Strongbox? Excuse me? Is it open, or was there nothing inside it? Man, come on. That's lame. Alright, let's continue onwards. I see the next thing on the map over there, but let's just run through this area. Alright, there's a dude. Alright, so now we gotta just... Excuse me? Now we gotta decide where... Now we gotta decide where we want to go on the passive tree. We have taken a lot of the dual wielding skills. Here's one thing we could do. Dual wielding mastery, 60% increased damage while wielding 2 different weapon types. That's a huge bonus. And let me check something. If I go to character, if I go to skills, DPS is 858. So if I take this, DPS has gone up. I think DPS has gone up because we have an axe in one hand and a sword in the other, and I like the aesthetic of having 2 different weapon types. And if that is indeed a DPS boost, then that should increase the speed with which we get through areas as well. Of course, we're still on the basic game difficulty, so we shouldn't pat ourselves on the back too hard that we're killing basic enemies slightly faster, but I think this is what we'll try to do. Because it looks cooler, and because it gives us this really cool bonus, we will try and make it so that we're always using 2 different types of things. So we can pick up these gloves. Let's pick up the Orb of Augmentation. These ones aren't gonna vendor for anything. It's only if they have the prismatic, like the one of each color socket arrangement. But just to be on the safe side, I'll check. Because 4 linked sockets is it's kind of good, I guess. We did a full clear. Hang on a sec. Let me check something. Is there a... Where are the... Like, full clear Ship Graveyard Cave. Man, I don't know if I want to go achievement hunting, but I guess let's not, listen, let us not get too sidetracked. We can go achievement hunting later. We'll see if we can, because when we're grinding, you know, searching for uniques, we'll need to mix things up a little bit to keep things interesting. And one thing we could do to mix up our grinding is we can be like, oh, let's challenge ourselves instead of grinding the same dungeon over and over again. Let's maybe try and get some of these achievements done on higher difficulty runs so that we might even find some good stuff while doing them. I assume if we're replaying the game on a higher difficulty, it would still count. One would hope. But it seems like not every zone in the game has a full clear achievement for it. Only some of them do. Oh, we probably can't take the same... Because I was thinking, oh, we could go to the other dual wielding mastery and just pick the 60% bonus again. But probably it's gonna force you to take a different bonus. That would be my guess. I guess we'll find that out when we gain one more level. Alright. Well, there's Siosa. Let's see what he has for us. There's parts of the library we have not explored yet, so let's talk to him.
By the ancestors, it's good to see fresh words in front of me. Now, my translation skills are not what Isius were. I can achieve a meager paraphrase at best. But a little knowledge is better than none, is it not? Let us begin. This tapestry of truth is a threadbare cloth indeed, but at least you have allowed me to begin the first few stitches in its restoration, and to settle the memory of a dear friend. In return, allow me to give you this, a little practical wisdom to improve your lot.
Alright. Is that a skill point? Oh, it's a skill. Right, well... Hypothermia support, chance to freeze enemies might not be bad. But do we have anything that supports movement? It supports attack skills, supports war cry skills, supports melee skills that are not triggered, supports any skill that hits enemies. Arrogance support any with a what now? With a reservation? I mean, out of these, Life Leech feels like it's the most interesting. But this is also going to commit us to more strength stuff. Damage leached his life. I mean, let's take that. What do you oh, you sell skills. I see. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna buy anything now, but that's good to know. And before we before we end our foray into the library, there's just a couple places I just want to check, making sure I'm not leaving anything behind. Does not look like I am. Alright, boys. Let's go to oh, the gardens. Oh no, dude, the gardens instance will have reset because we spent so long in here. Oh no 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 no. Maybe if we get there quickly enough. Maybe if we get there quickly enough, it won't. No, it does. This doesn't connect. This doesn't connect. Oh, that means the map will have reset. That means. Oh no. What? Well, maybe that tower defense minigame. Maybe you can take another crack at that one. But you know what? You know what? Let's just leave. I guess instances resetting isn't the worst. More enemies, more loot. Yeah. Well, there's Cass. Ooh, easy. There's Cassia again. Yeah, and those spiky enemies are indeed a nuisance. Hey, look, I can't. I can just do this again. I mean, I don't like this mini game, but I'll fucking stop it, dude. All right. You know, we'll try something different. We'll do fireball towers now. And we'll upgrade. And here we'll put some summoning towers. We cannot upgrade. Does it mark enemies on the map? Does it? Oi! No, no. Let me throw down another chilling tower there. Man. Upgrade. Upgrade. Oh, come on! Come on! This is not... I don't think we needed a tower defense minigame, man. Is it just not doable, like, single player? Is that what we're at? God, like, I'm sure there's like a meta in terms of what towers you pick and where you put, but there's no, you can't learn them because of how infrequently you play this dumb game. It's, out of everything, it's the least fun. It is the single least fun thing that like it's so conspicuously unfun That's what makes it stick out. Like if this was a worse game, like if Path of Exile was just a mediocre, forgettable game, then I probably wouldn't even notice. Then I'd be like, oh, you know, whatever, you know, weird tower defense, don't like it, you know, I can take it or leave it. But it's the fact that the rest of the game is just so excellent. Then there's this one part of it that sticks out like a, it really does stick out like a sore thumb. Or maybe I'm just salty because I lost, but like, I don't know, like, is there a way to mark enemies on the mini-map? Because I have no idea where they are. If you're gonna have a tower defense, you've gotta have the tower defense quality of life features as well, right? You gotta go all in. You can't just go halfway. You can't just go halfway in and then just wash your hands, wipe your hands, like whatever, just be like, oh, job done. No, you gotta actually do it justice. Anyway, let's take the plum. And now we go back to Fairgraves at the docks. He's probably gonna try and murder us. I'm just gonna portal home. And we'll sell some stuff. And we will, oh, excuse me. We'll go over to Fairgraves. I mean, I really need to kill Gravicius. Grasivius? The G-Man. We'll kill the G-Man. However long it takes, because I think we're at the end of the extra quests that we're on.
You getting by?
Let's sell you the stuff that we needed to sell you. We get a chromatic for that. Another one for that. And for this, if it is just 4 linked sockets and nothing else, then you don't actually get anything. Okay. Well, let's drop these. Drop this, and let's actually, before I accidentally sell it, let's drop this amulet. We'll move it next to the sword. Oh yeah, and speaking of swords, I think we had to sell this. Yeah, we had to sell this as well.
You're right.
Alright, let's drop this off. Yeah, let's go here. Life leech support. I'll actually drop this here, because we might want to start doing that. Right, let's also drop off Orb of Augmentation. Oh, I thought that was an orb, but no, it's a plum for Fairgraves. Alright, so we go to the docks. Now from the Ebony Barracks, there's going to be another zone to go to. Hopefully that's just going to be the big G boss fight. Because if there's more, well, there we go. Let's do this.
Look at the sheen on that plum. Is it not the most delectable fruit that you've ever seen? No? Perhaps the gloss of hope is for my eyes only.
Is he gonna attack us again? Is that what's gonna happen?
Wondrous! Nothing bonds two souls more soundly than murder. For that reason alone, I knew you could be relied upon. Now, for a little amateur vintnering. A quick squeeze of the plum like so into the decanter. Oh my! Look how it transmutes the juice so swiftly, from material to spectral. Effortless. And what an aroma. Imminent death never smelled so sweet. I believe I shall call this fine concoction the Imperial Nightcap. Now, before I get too carried away, there's the small matter of your recompense.
Well, maybe he's not gonna try and kill us. Maybe he is just a friend now. Alright. Well, I mean, I'll take a gold ring.
A toast to swift endings and promising new beginnings. Oh, and you might want to avert your gaze once I have quaffed this diabolical brew. I doubt that my return to solidarity will be a pretty one. Right. As I used to say in the love dens of Trathus, bottoms up, girls.
Okay.
Oh my. Now that's an unusual sensation. Oh dear. Something is amiss. The wall flame. It's... No. No. It's gone out. What am I... What are you? Oh, you cannot be. I will not...
What's happening? What's happening? So he gave us a ring as a reward, but now he's... Oh no, what happened to him? I hope he's gonna be back. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So we can give up all resist for a slight man, I think we might just keep that. Well, that's 6% magic find. In exchange, cast speed doesn't really help us. I think we'll put this in our stash. Could have done a lot better in terms of items there. Anyway, we'll go to the barracks. I think that's the next place that we need to go because the gardens, that door is locked. The barracks, on the other hand, we hadn't discovered all of the exits. So let us see what we can do. Did he give us anything else? No, all we got is the ring. This zone is level 29. Okay. And what is this? That's the gardens. We've already been there. There's a thing. Wish I could be more. I think the blacksmith strongbox, or just like a generic strongbox. Pretty. Ooh, I think this one is gonna give us a chromatic. Right. So, finding some stuff, but mainly we just want to make our way to the next zone. The density of enemies is a little high. Not that I mind. I do not mind at all. Did I kill the yellow dude? I guess I did. All right. Anyway, we gotta roam around until we find an alternate way out of the zone. And I think that alternate way is gonna lead us to the Gravicious boss fight. Enemies are starting to swarm us and then do actual damage once they reach us. So we gotta take things serious. Alright, stop it.
Give up the fight, duelist. Your soul was lost long ago.
Alright, oh, easy, easy. 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 I think I killed all his blue friends. The blue man group. Now all that's left is him, and we can easy, 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 easy. I was gonna say we can single target him down, but he's not just an elite, he's a proper boss. So we gotta take this serious.
I fought for God. Who do you fight for, exile?
Face tanked him, probably a bad idea.
Dying in battle. The only honorable thing you've ever done, Gravicius.
Gravicius. That's how you say his name? Alright. Well, that's done, and now I think I'm ready to call this an episode. But I wanna get the next waypoint. So no uniques dropped in this episode. That was a huge disappointment. But you know what? We gained some levels. I don't think we died in this episode. And if that's true, then that's another sign that we've become stronger and that maybe I'm also learning how to play these games. Lunaris Temple, alright. Well, let's find the waypoint in the Lunaris Temple. If it's right by the exit, sorry, if it's right by the entrance, then we'll grab it. And if not, then we'll run around until we find it. There's 100% got to be a waypoint. I'm calling it. There's got to be a waypoint. This is level
A worthy opponent.
29, same level as the exterior, so we have not jumped up yet. And this is another zone that's making me feel that's seeming very familiar. Mortality Experimenter. That was a special enemy. Not that special though. You know what? I wouldn't mind gaining another level just to see if I can... Just to see what happens if I try to take another dual-wielding mastery skill. Because I bet it's not gonna let me take the 60% thing again. It's gonna say, oh, you've already taken this, you should take something else. Oh, easy. Cole. Why are you... Oh, he's doing the scorpion, come over here. Get over here, thing. Or, the Butcher in Diablo 3 does that as well. They also have the Butcher in Diablo 4. I didn't like the way it was implemented in Diablo 4. It just felt... Oh my goodness. It just felt like such an awkward fight. So I think what's happening is somebody's doing something that's yeah, maybe that circle that they're summoning on the ground is a damage multiplier? Or like reducing my resistances or something. But yeah, the Butcher in Diablo 4, I think after the updates, because I played Diablo 4 pretty soon after launch, and it was in pretty that game was not complete when they launched it. Like, not just that, oh, there were some bugs and some stuff needed to be, no, like the game was just literally not finished when they put it out. And I've heard it's gotten better over time, but I'm not sure if I might watch a playthrough, but like I'm not sure if I trust Blizzard at this point. Alright. Man, I'm tempted to just keep going. I want to gain one more level. So, Lunaris Temple doesn't have any other offshoots. So probably there's going to be a... No. We just had a major boss fight. There's not going to be a boss fight. But there's going to be some sort of quest item.
Away from home. Let's see if the sick witch is in.
Or maybe there is. Excuse me? Blood Elemental. I do like how they look. Very bloody. And yeah, these parts of the game definitely made a big impression on me when I was playing the beta, because I definitely remember them quite well. Was there a... Yeah, there was a special enemy, but you're now dead. Alright. How do I... It's so... Navigating this area is a bit of a nightmare. So hard to tell where you can and cannot move. Easy. Even though those guys aren't doing that much damage, those ranged enemies, like the machine gun style rapid shots, do stress you out quite a bit and make you not want to stand in the same place too long. Like yeah, these guys. I'm coming all the way back here because I saw there was a thing on the map, like a box to open. Jade Flask, is that special? What does it do? Evasion rating? I mean, it's something to think about. Really? How do I get there, dude? There we go. Oi! Did somebody freeze me? Right, let's just take the transmute orb. And let's just keep going, I guess. So, come all the way back to the beginning. And I guess the map mainly progresses in this direction. All right. So where do we even go? Guess there's one place I can see that we can go. Maybe here. Okay. Oh, gained a level, 38. And now let's... Ooh, excuse me. Let's see if I was correct in my assessment. So let's go to another dual-wielding tree where we've picked up the notable passive. Such as this one. Yeah, it's already filled out. It's gonna say pick something else. Already allocated, yeah. 20% chance to gain elusive when you block. Does not inherently grant chance to block. Attack damage, spell damage. Plus 1% to offhand critical strike chance. That seems kind of lame. Let's do the maim and blind. We also have 6 refund points. I've selected. Yeah. There we go. And I mean, I should just end the episode, but I feel like I've come so far. But like, where do I even... I've come so far, but like, where do I even... Oh, okay, I think I see there's a little bit of blue over here. Okay. I should probably just end because this is taking quite a while, but I'm gonna judgment call this one and go until this zone is done. Actually, I was gonna say no. If I come back later, I can do a full explore. But if I come back later, it's gonna put me somewhere potentially where it's gonna be difficult to know if we're doing a full explore. But before I go further in that direction, there's a little bit of unexplored stuff in this direction. And in this direction? Well, nothing there. Alright. Using my potions to run around a little bit quicker. Is this... Now I'm thinking maybe like this was the way to go all along. Or maybe it isn't. Easy. What's that now? Alchemist's Mark. It's a curse, alright. Something down here. Alright, boys. let's go down. Let's go around. Nothing there. Okay. Well, I mean, we've explored so much of this area. I feel like surely we're coming to an end to it. And if there's a level 3, surely there's gonna be either a quick boss fight or some other quick quest update, and then we'll shuffle off to the next zone. But before that, we'll just end this episode. Either way, I think... Hang on, were we like right at the end and then I just turned around? This segment feels like it might have been at the end. Dude, it goes on for fucking forever, dude. Are you looking at this? Are you looking at how big this map is, man? So is this guy making copies of himself? Man, come on. I think he's dead. Alright. That's a giant ass door. So maybe before I go there, let me go back to the top. We might as well just try and do a full clear on this area. Right, let's run, get some movement speed. See what's up here. Yeah, there's... I just wanted... Oh, hey. I just wanted to check. Just want to make sure. Alright. Alright. Now we gotta go down. There are doors to open, alright? There's a chest, but the door is down here, alright? These chests always feel like they should have more stuff in them because they look so fancy and ornate. Maybe they do have stuff in them and most of it is just not relevant for us. I should probably pick up a giant mana flask. Yeah, let's... Removes curses on use, right? You know, I'm just gonna discard that, dude. Oh god damn it. These guys are being a real nuisance. Orb of Alchemy, that seems pretty nice. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Excuse me? What? Man, this area is maybe a little... It feels almost like Durance of Hate level 3 in hell mode in Diablo 2. If you know, you know. Oh my god. Hang I got it. There's probably nothing here, but I just gotta make sure. Oh my god, dude. Come on, man. Yeah. I hope this area better fucking link up, dude. For once in your life, game, just link up some areas. I think it's gonna link up. Jeweler's Orb. Nice. Only need another. Are you serious? Oh, come on, man. It doesn't link up. Why? Why though? Why though? Well, I mean, I feel compelled to just see what's there because we might all like it's sunk cost fallacy, right? We might as well. All the other time we've spent, we might as well spend a little bit more time, and then confirm that there's nothing there. Good job. Good job. All right. Alright. Let's just keep going. Oh my god. Wow. Where is the right, here's another big door. Tormented something or the other. Oh, I think maybe what they do is they just buff other people. Hello? 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 What's this? It's got 2 red sockets. More armor, more life. Minus 62 physical damage taken from projectiles. Armor against projectiles. Chance to block projectile attack damage. A mighty bulwark, curved and strong. A dauntless wall against the throng. All lance and arrow knocked aside. For right of foe. For turn of tide. That's a pretty badass poem. I look forward to putting that in my unique stash tab. It does look pretty cool as well. And this area that we're in looks pretty cool too. And I think there's a staircase going off in the northwest. Let's just make sure there's nothing. Okay, there's nothing else. And I think surely it's long enough that we just gotta have another boss fight. After all of this build up, it's gotta be, right? Easy, easy. Excuse me? Where were those guys running? Did their AI just glitch out or something? Anyway, I'm just making sure that there's nothing I'm missing out on. Let us go around and let us do this. Alright. It's probably gonna be piety, I'm guessing. Ooh, we're gonna get a recipe first. Oh, yoink. Lightning damage, sure.
So you've chosen to end our affair, duelist. I shall cherish your memory.
Hey, listen. Easy, easy. Where is she? Hang on. Oi, 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 oh, come on. Oi! Easy, 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 easy. Oh, is this gonna be a multi-phaser? I went this entire episode, even Gravis, even the G-Man couldn't kill me. Okay. Easy. I have no idea what her tells are. But I do know you should probably not stand still while she's doing that attack. Excuse me? What? Where is she, dude? Is she? There she is. Okay, so we didn't die. We got the tower key.
But someone had to put a stop to all this ugliness.
Okay, wow. Well, we won, and right at the end of the episode, we did find some things to write home about. Hang on, is there no complimentary portal back to the hideout? Come on, that's rude. That's rude. Here's what we'll do. We'll talk to Gregor next episode. We'll just sell our stuff. Actually, let's put away our shield first. Let's put away our shield. Everybody wants. We're famous. Actually, let me take a look at this first. Well, hello. What's this now? Oh no! I don't want to do this right now. I do not want to do this. I do not want to do this right now. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now.
Stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls, the Lady of Justice doth preside. She shall weigh your mind in one hand, your heart in the other. Should she find you wanting, death shall be your sentence. Should she find you worthy, you will be given the loyalty and love of an empire. The Lord's labyrinth awaits you.
Yeah, we'll
Wisely, strike quickly, trust completely, and may you find the ending that you deserve.
Yeah. Next time. For now, I'm just gonna drop some stuff off. We're gonna drop off unique number. This is gonna be. Well, it says number 3, but really it's number 5, because we have 2 of them equipped on ourselves. We have the helmet. Sorry, no, we have the amulet and the ring. And I think that's all for now. But that's still pretty good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll talk to Hargan.
He's off to meet the maker, is she? I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that little chat.
Straight to the point. Not taking up too much of our time. We'll just sell him this. Is there anything else I want to sell? I think I'm just gonna accept this trade. Go back to our stash tab. Stash some stuff. Another jeweler orb of alchemy can go in as well. And these transmute orbs, sure. I'm gonna drop off this ring. I'll put it next to this amulet. And I'm gonna put this flask next to this flask. Do I care about this thing that I picked up? Probably not, but I'll put it next to the green activated skills. And just move this. And let's wrap up. So what was accomplished this episode? Well, we took another couple cracks at that Blight tower defense minigame. Man, I just don't enjoy it. Maybe I mean, obviously I'm playing it wrong, but it's the only thing where I felt like, you know, maybe the game didn't stick the landing on this one. Well, first of all, I'm not sure you needed to have a minigame like that to begin with, but if you did decide to put it in anyway, I feel like maybe there's a better way to implement that. But maybe, you know, actually not maybe, definitely. It's a minor blemish on an otherwise excellent game. And I'm sure even with everything that annoys me about it, we'll get better at even that we'll get better at over time. We also found one unique item right at the end this time. Again, not a thing that we can actually use, but it goes into our collection, so it is progress. And we are now ready to go to the Aspirants Plaza. Who the hell knows what's going to happen there? We'll figure out next episode. We killed Grasivius. We killed the G-Man, and we killed Piety. So 2 boss fights. I don't think we died a single time this episode. That was unexpected, but a nice turn of events. We gained quite a few levels. We are now at level 38. But of course, we need to be level 50 something in order to slap this bad boy on. 58, 20 more levels. But you know what? Every episode takes us a little bit closer. And with that, I think that sums up everything we've done, and that's a nice time to call this episode to a close. I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me next week for the next episode. And until then, take care.